really been a wish of mine for some time now, to have an opportunity to bring you all together. We are very conscious of the difficult times that you're facing, that our community media, local media are facing. This didn't happen overnight, I know, but it has gotten quite bad, and certainly more recently, we've seen the impact in closures, and we had some very important meetings with the council, and we really wanted to have an opportunity to hear from you about solutions. We have some ideas that we want to test out on you as well, but we also want to hear your ideas for how we can better support community media and how we can advocate to the provincial government for more supports. Because again, I'll start by just saying, I know you're very busy people, and I want to say as well something that I often say when I'm at an event and I see our community media there. The work that you do, the voice that you bring to the table is absolutely essential in our communities. The fact that, and the obvious example was the work that you all did during the pandemic. I think so many people in our communities would not have had good information, good science, and information to keep themselves healthy during that period if it wasn't the community media. Government eventually kind of got their acts together, but it took a while, right? And it always is the case that you're the folks that are going to be able to deliver the information right into the hands of the people that need it the most. And it has become, because of that role that you've played, I think, I think we say pride. And I do want to say thank you so much for the really critical role that you all played in that. We are seeing job losses in our communities every day. We know that we are being hit by some forces from outside, particularly south of our border, that are making things even more difficult, complicated, uncertain for so many people. And we know that the tariffs are threatening our economy, but we're also facing threats to our sovereignty as a nation. And so with those things continuing to change really rapidly, it makes it even more important, I think now more than ever, that you are able to keep people informed with good information and solid journalism. I see that every day in some of the other issues that we're facing in the province as well. The spike in wait times for healthcare, access to healthcare, if education issues that our children are dealing with in schools. These sorts of things that we are seeing happening in our communities. Again, getting solid journalism, good information out to people is absolutely critical. And I don't have to tell you about the rising cost of living, because I know that's impacting you, as many of you, as small businesses as well. And I want to say that we see that. And again, we're really, really conscious of the fact that we have to do something quite urgently. So I'm going to give an opportunity here for my colleagues to introduce themselves as well. And then what I was going to suggest is I'll maybe talk for a minute about some of the things we've been thinking about, but then I really want to turn it over to you. This is supposed to be about listening to you. And so maybe what I would do is, rather than going around, maybe I will ask people to speak and identify themselves. So everybody, I think you probably all mostly know each other, but in case you don't, to identify who you're from, the name of your publication or outlet, and then talk about some of your thoughts and ideas. So I'll start with Alexa Gilmore here, the MPP for Parkdale High Park.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alexa Gilmore. I am one of the newest MPPs, although I guess soon I won't be able to say that. It'll feel like I've been here for a while. I'm also the Shadow Minister for Citizenship and Multiculturalism, and part of why that file really, really spoke to me was my previous life before becoming an MPP. I was a United Church minister in interfaith work, spent a lot of time in communities, and part of what led me to that was I was a child of multiple belongings. I was actually born in Chicago and then lived in Belgium and then raised in India for almost 3 years, and so this sense of the importance of community and identity and sharing stories and being placed in one location but having your heart in multiple places is something that I find really edifies and inspires me. And so I'm really excited to hear from you about what's happening in the communities. And I'm really grateful for the invitation. So thanks, you.
Alexa. Yeah. And many of you will also know the gentleman to my left, MPP Tom Rakocevic from Humber River Black Creek.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so proud to be here. Thank you very much, Marit. Yeah, I'm Tom Rakocevic, Shadow Minister for Public and Business Service Delivery, which you would know as essentially consumer protection as well as auto insurance reform as well. This is obviously a big issue for many communities across the province. I represent one of the most diverse ridings in Northwest Toronto and the entire province. And I can tell you that the people in my community, my late father was an immigrant to Canada as well. And he was involved in a radio program, news from where he was from as well. And the reason is that when people come to Canada to hoping for new opportunities in a new land, one of the things that is a big comfort to them is to know that there are members that come from where they come from, associations or media and other opportunities, so that it helps them make that transition. And of course, when they have children and grandchildren, they want to keep that culture alive. It's one of the greatest beauties of our country, where our neighbors to the south treat it like a big melting pot. We celebrate cultures and the diversity of the land we live in. And so you are really in the forefront of what you do. You are, in many cases, the main media source, giving people knowledge and information about where they're originally from and their homeland, as well as even reporting on many things that happened here. And to them, you are very trusted. So I know how important you are. I appreciate you deeply, and I'm really proud and honored to be here with you today.